Yeah, I mean Patrick is finding his consistency, but as a young player, he obviously has a lot of room to improve. I would say that his next step is how to extend these leads to the rest of the map. But it's really good to see that even though he's surrounded by veterans, he still has his voice and he still talks and he still calls some of the stuff that he wants to do with his leads. And the fact that he lost a bit his shyness with the teammates, and he came to realize that he's on a good team where he can develop his full potential without being worried of just pressure from outside or having to perform because everyone else expects him to.
Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by Guilhoto. Congratulations on the win. Origen looking as strong as ever, probably the strongest we've seen them since 2015. Should we expect you guys to take second place at this point?
We at least are not expecting anything from now. We are just looking each game at a time. So today we focused on SK, tomorrow we'll focus on Rogue, and whatever standing we end up, then we end up. Our goal is still playoffs. We don't care if we are second of. It's not that we don't care, but it's not our focus or it's not our worry to see if we play second or sixth now and just do some crazy math. Our goal is just take each game at each time, and we know that if we are able to focus and win the games that we have left, then we would be in a good position no matter what the other teams do.
Now, Nukeduck did get the MVP award, and he did get a lot of memes on the photos and stuff like that. They took a team picture, and everyone was pointing towards him and stuff like that. How does it feel to have a mid laner that can pretty much play anything that you tell him to?
I mean, it obviously feels great. I mean, most of the times it's actually him saying to me that he thinks that something is strong. Then we talk about it, and he's usually, I would say, 98% of the times right, and then we just explore ways to make it work. And today was also similar. We had really clear that we would like to play LeBlanc, mainly because of the way that SK plays, and mobility against their team is quite important. And we managed to get it, and we were not even worried about what they would pick, and it just worked out. I mean, Pyrian was also extremely lucky with the level up, but that just shows that not only Nuke can play a lot of champions, but he can play it at the highest level.
Absolutely true. Now, what do you make of Patrick's performance so far? Because obviously a lot of people have been looking at him being the most questioned player almost from the online community, given that he hasn't had the experience and the history behind him like other players did. But I think he's been performing really, really well, especially in the last few games, especially when Origen has been looking well. He's been looking really, really well and pulling a lot of work in as well.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick is finding his consistency. He's also, even though we don't really, or people don't really notice, but he also has a really depth champion pool. We already saw him pulling the Kalista and the Draven, as well as more traditionals like Sivir and Ezreal. And there's still a lot of picks that we do play in scrims, but we didn't really have the chance to pull them out. But as a young player, he obviously has a lot of room to improve. I would say that his next step is how to extend these leads to the rest of the map. But it's really good to see that even though he's surrounded by veterans, he still has his voice and he still talks and he still calls some of the stuff that he wants to do with his leads. And the fact that he lost a bit his shyness with the teammates, and he came to realize that he's on a good team where he can develop his full potential without being worried of just pressure from outside or having to perform because everyone else expects him to. I think that it just gave a really big jump, even though on his H2K, especially Spring Split, he already looked really good, and that's why we picked him.
And of course, H2K16 was a topic for itself, kind of. You can't really blame individual players for that.
No, I mean, I think he also said it on the last interview that there was a lot of issues inside of that team, but you can still see, even when a team is losing, that there were some players there with a lot of potential. They just weren't clicking. And Patrick was for sure one of or the best player on that team, and already one of the most promising stars in the LEC, or back then in the ULCS.
Fantastic to hear. Now, of course, he did say that in the Shotcaller interview that we released today, so make sure to check that out as well if you haven't already. Good job. Now, let's talk about something very interesting to me. Astralis just won the IEM Katowice. They manifested themselves as arguably the best Counter-Strike team of all time, not just currently. Arguably? I mean, I personally think that way, but there will be, SK fans and, Fnatic fans flame me for, NIP, 87 win streak, yada, yada. Come on. Astralis is on a new level.
It's 3 majors.
So it's 3 majors. But from your perspective, seeing those guys winning every single major, just getting in the trophies, coming back to the office, putting the trophies right across to your room. How much does it pressure you and the Origen guys to also perform on your end?
Nothing at all, actually. It's actually really refreshing to be able to work in the same space as Astralis, even though they are not. Most of the times they're not in the office because Counter-Strike works more on the traveling and practicing abroad and also practicing from home. But we had a lot of chances to even talk to them, and it kind of even gave us this mindset, especially the one that we are taking now of one win at each time, that the biggest mistake that we can make now is to basically support ourselves on the previous wins that we had, and that's when you get complacent and that's when you drop the ball. And just the fact that they are winning trophies is usually it's just an excuse for us to also get together like we did at the major finals and just watch the game. And then they came back in the office on 1 day or 2 days after, and we were just like, congratulations, saying congrats to them. But and Dupree even watched a bit of our scrims and got a bit of a feedback on how we talk and how we review games. But it's overall really refreshing, and it doesn't make any pressure because. They are such a team on a different level that it's just natural. They just work on a daily basis. It's extremely hard to explain, but instead of giving us pressure, their wins, they are actually, instead of rubbing that to our face, they are just using that as super humble to help on whatever is needed, telling us a lot about the changes that they had to make in order to get to that level. And just the fact that I see a team that won 2 majors in a row, 3 majors in total in 1 year space, and just how humble they are is just shows me that how much they are on a different level.
Just like from a psychological perspective.
Yeah. I mean, from psychological, work ethic, overall, and that's why a lot of people started saying, "Oh, they had an awesome year. They cannot have another year like that. They will drop the ball now and stuff." But if you're close to them, you see why they won't drop the ball and why their 2019 will also be awesome.
The refresh method, as they call it.
Yeah, I mean, it is true, and we keep putting stuff from both the Origen past and the refresh past. So obviously the performance model that is coming around there, and also pulling the X packet today. So we just try to join the past and the present, but results based, we literally just focus on the present, not on the past, not on the future.
Now, with all this knowledge, with the knowledge from the Astralis guys and the knowledge that you've gained over the past 2-3 weeks in particular, the start for Origen was a lot more rough than you guys anticipated. I remember, talking with you guys before the season had even started and stuff. First 2-3 weeks didn't go to plan. What, if you could go back in time, would you change back then in order to make sure that the start could have gone even better? Or would you change something at all? Because those rough weeks were an important learning experience for the team.
I think they were definitely an important learning. I wouldn't change anything. I think that if that wouldn't happen on that week and we had a better preparation and focused on different things that at the end of the day would be more important for the start, those weeks would probably come eventually to any team. And even though it's not what's happening, but we see G2 now with a two games losing streak. So it can happen, teams can fall out. And I think that also because of those 2-3 initial weeks and also the week 2 weeks ago where we went 0-2, were extremely important for us to basically just get back on track, just finding out our mistakes and also shaping our mindsets to, even when we win, we still have things to improve and and we just constantly want to improve. And those 3 weeks were definitely really important. And even though the results were not what we expected, then if we didn't have those 3 weeks, we would probably already be locked in the playoffs. But I still wouldn't change it, because anyway, if you reach it to playoffs, I still think that those 3 weeks will make us better prepared anyway.
Important lessons shouldn't be changed whatsoever. Now, is there anything you would like to say to the Origen and LEC fans out there?
Just thank you for all the support. This split so far has been amazing. Not only working with Origen and with Refresh, but also the connection that there is with the Spanish fans in particular. And I just hope that we can make you guys proud, and that we can keep getting your support, especially in this last 3 games, where every game counts and every minute of each game counts in order to reach to our goals.
Small hint, go get those Nexus turrets, even if you lose.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's no. I don't know. I think that they're just helping or kind of making Fnatic's life harder. That SK game is that they lost, that G2 lost, was that meme of the G2 towers. I actually like it. I actually like the way that they approach it. I think that they will actually click on a more serious note coming into playoffs. That's why I want to get away of all those. Maybe G2 is not that strong. No, G2 is that strong. They are having a lot of fun, but they're also 5 players that, even though they like to have a lot of fun, most of all, they want to win. And they know, and they will realize for sure that coming into playoffs, they have to put a more serious note. And they will. And that's why they will still remain a really strong team, and they will still remain favorites. But that Nexus turrets, if you can't stake the Nexus like we did today, then it's probably not a good idea to base race against an Asher.
Probably shouldn't be doing that whatsoever. But a hashtag for the people that watch until the end, what shall it be for you?
Just give me suggestions.
How about refresh method?
No, that's okay. That's too corny. I mean, come on, Darius, you're really bad at this.
Important lessons?
No, just hashtag sexpeke. We won with the backdoor, so why not?
Wait, what did you say?
Hashtag sexpeke.
So the S is in there, I didn't...
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it has to be there. It's sexpeke.
Hashtag sexpeke. Let's get flagged by YouTube. This video got demonetized right now. So make sure to support us on patreon.com/shotcallerxmedia to make up for it. Thank you so much, Guilhoto, for making this amazing suggestion.
We have to play FIFA.
Yeah, we do have to play FIFA. And in my opinion, we should stream it, but I'll make a special thing.
It would be embarrassing for you.
Yeah, you say that every time. Every time I call you out, and then you're like, oh, but I'm in Copenhagen, I'm gone.
Yeah, I mean, but what? I mean, just fly to Copenhagen if you wanted.
Easy.
Okay, if you fly to Copenhagen, then we can stream it, and you just get the money out of the stream.
Do you play on Xbox or FIFA? PlayStation though.
PlayStation, but you have to bring the PlayStation because we don't have PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the Xbox though. So.
Okay, I can play an Xbox.
I don't care. Okay, let's see.
I can still beat you maybe on it. Probably not, but
let's see. We'll be interesting. We'll settle this another time. Yeah. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and the Shotcaller on Twitter, so you get notified when it does happen, the amazing FIFA match. But for now, hashtag sexpeke for all the people that watch until the end. Thank you so much, Guilhoto, for your time. Make sure to follow me on Twitter. I already said that. This was Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you guys have a good day. See you guys then. Bye bye. Hey everyone, unfortunately we still don't have a sponsor, so we do really rely on you guys supporting us on Patreon. So we'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnovic, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your support, and of course all the names of the people you see scrolling past you right now. It is genuinely truth when I say that without you this wouldn't be possible right now, so we really do appreciate it. Thank you.